So before I start this video, I just want to apologize for my inconsistent upload schedule. I wanted to try using a script and an animation that was actually good, and I want to apologize for my depressed sound in my video. Even though I'm using a script, I tend to stutter because sometimes I'll write the same sentence twice because I'll be in the middle of a sentence. That was a really embarrassing voice crack, but I'll be in the middle of a sentence. And I'll think, like, what should I put next? And then I'll put the same sentence that I just put down, and then put the idea that I had to put after it. I don't know why I do that. My mom says that I'm dyslexic, so I think that might be why. And also, I tend to this might also be because I apparently I'm I'm a little bit dyslexic. People get it wrong. I'm not gonna go too much into detail, but basically, I tend to write a different letter than what I'm thinking of. So I could be thinking of V, and I'd write S. So I'll try to write normal, but instead of putting an O or an R, I'll put an M or or an A. Or I like switch up the letters while putting R with O instead of O before R. So yeah, and I wrote it in marker because I can't because all the pencils that I have are really old and the erasers are like hard, so I can't really erase with them. They just smudge. But without further ado, let's get right into the video. So PS3 versus PS4 Part 2, because why not, right? So I made a video a few weeks ago called PS3 versus PS4. Kind of. If you haven't watched that video, make sure you do before this one so you know exactly what's going on. I'll give you a second. Okay, 1 second is over, just like last time. So just like last time, I'll begin with the backstory and how I got my PS4. So I woke up on Christmas Day excited, well, because it's Christmas, yeah, you get fucking presents. So I walked over to the living room and there was a bunch of small presents. There was several medium-sized presents, a few big presents, and then one huge present. So I opened up each of the presents, getting something. Or I should know. Excuse me. I opened each up, smallest to biggest, and getting some pretty reasonable, gaming equipment. Got a headset, got a charging dock, and you know, other stuff like that. And when I saw the charging dock, and I saw it was for PS4, I thought, oh my god, I'm gonna get a PS4. Unless it just says that because it could be compatible with the PS4, and it actually just could be used with the PS3. But then I got to the big old present. Now, this wasn't any normal size, big present, the one that you had to carry. No, 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 no. This thing was like half of my height, and just for reference, I'm about 5 foot, and almost twice my width. So you can imagine me trying to lift this thing, not knowing that it's a PS4. Yeah. So I opened it up, and to put it into perspective, it felt like winning the lottery, because I'm a severe gamer. I like to game all day, every day. Like, I would do anything to get that extra hour, extra minute. Alright? So, looking at the PS4 bundle that I got, which, made it even better because now, not only do I have a PS4, but Black Ops 4. Because I love Call of Duty. Call of Duty is one of my favorite game franchises of all time. So now that you know the backstory, I can talk about what I think about the PS4 and compare to PS3 and PS4. So overall, the PS4 is, well, obviously has way better graphics and is more powerful than the PS3, obviously. But some things just kind of ruin the PS4. The loading time and the amount of menus I have is quite ridiculous. Now, when I say, so this is the part where, I lose a script because A, I'm too lazy, and B, I want to discuss my entire thing without having to restart the video and rewrite a script. So, yeah. Oh, excuse me. Alright. So, the PS4. The PS4's loading time is insane. Because games like Minecraft and Skyrim, they're both compatible on the PS3 and PS4. In fact, you can buy both versions, right? Now I have both versions. Well, I've played I have Minecraft, but I have Minecraft on the PS3 and PS4. Okay, well no, I played Minecraft on the PS4 several times. And I have Skyrim on the PS3 and Minecraft on the PS3, as most of you know. So, I've seen people play Skyrim on PS4, like in person, not just in a video. Right? And now, the Skyrim's loading time is quite long for PS3, right? Now, the average loading time for PS3 is about 5 to 10 minutes, yeah? So, Skyrim takes about 3 to 4 minutes, which is quite long. Now, I know I just said that the average loading time for PS3 is 5 to 10 minutes, but that's if you're like going for an update. If it's just loading the game, it takes like a minute or two at most. But yeah, Skyrim takes quite a few minutes to load, which I guess is acceptable because it's a great game and it's great graphics for a PS3. And Minecraft doesn't really take that long to load, if at all. The most I've ever had it load was 3 minutes, which is insane. But then you move on to the PS4, and I get times I've tried to load up Minecraft at my friend's house on the PS4. I remember it took a whole 10 minutes. We almost thought it actually crashed, but we could still see like the light because there's a light that the PS3 and the PS4 have, which shows you, if it crashed or not in that sort of sense. You have to own like a PS3 or PS4 to know exactly what I'm talking about. But yeah, it was still flashing quite well. There's nothing wrong with it. And the fan was still working just fine. Everything was heated. Everything was, going. So we knew it didn't crash. And then it finally decided to load, which is insane because I've never had that on the PS3. And the amount of times I've had my PS4 crash, or not my PS4, but my friend's PS4 crash that are only like a week old, especially on Minecraft, is quite ridiculous. I'll have a guaranteed crash every single time I play Minecraft on the PS4. While on PS3, I'll have it once a month at the most. Well, at least when I first got my PS3, but now my PS3 is several years old, I'll have a crash like once a week. But that's pretty, acceptable. Not every single time I go to play Minecraft it crashes. That's just quite ridiculous. But I guess then again, like my friend's PS4 is quite old. It's going on 3 years. So yeah, I think that might explain why. But then again, my PS4 is almost 5 years old, and I still don't get that much crashes. But that's not really. Well, actually, yeah, it kind of is. So Skyrim. Now I'm only calling these two games because those are the games that I play the most on the PS3, and B, those are the only two games that I can really compare because all the other games that I have on the PS3 are exclusive to the PS3. I guess other than Black Ops 3, but Black Ops 3 is just really no. So loading time on Skyrim for PS3 is around I'd say well I already told you it's 3 to 4 minutes. On PlayStation 4, however, it's again 10 to 15 minutes. The most time I've had it load is about 16 minutes, which is kind of insane considering the fact that 16 minutes in the gaming world is like 16 hours. And an hour is like a whole day. So you can imagine how long that felt like waiting. Now we could see the animation because it was like the smoky animation that it has before it shows the title screen, and it was moving. and the music was playing just fine. I don't know. So yeah, we knew that it didn't crash or anything. And then it finally loaded, but it was super laggy for a good minute. So, I don't know. I mean, this is the only time that I've had it take that long to load. Usually takes like 3 to 5 minutes, which is still relatively long. But then again, Skyrim's a huge game, so I guess that kind of does make sense. But that's just to compare, because Minecraft isn't that big of a game. Like, not in terms of people who play it, as in terms of, the game itself. But you can overwrite it if you do it the right way. So, yeah, those are just like really good comparisons in general, anyways. But so now onto the PS3. Or what I think about the menus. The PS3 menus are pretty simple. Alright, all I have to do is slide over and go down a little bit. And there's YouTube, there's Minecraft, there's Skyrim, there's my game, there's whatever. But on PS4, you have to go through like 7 different menus just to go to the options. Which sucks, because I tend to get lost and confused. And now it's like PS4 is like freaking Instagram. Everything's Instagram now. Even YouTube's like Instagram now. Because now popular YouTubers have stories, which is insane, and they do it the same way that kind of Instagram does. But yeah, because you can like post. But the fact that there's so many just like different menus, I mean, I guess it kind of makes sense because there is a lot of stuff that goes with the PS4, but then again, there's a lot of stuff that goes with the PS3. I mean, there's even a presentation like slideshow type thing for the PS3. But all you got to do is just go to different sections and then slide down a bit, and then boom, there's what you have on the PS3. But now with the PS4, you have to go up, select the menu, go down to the certain menu that opens up the options for a specific menu and all that extra stuff. And it's really just confusing, and it sucks because I'll try to exit out, and sometimes you have to physically press cancel, and then I'll go to try to play my game and end up having to shut off my PS4 because I have no idea what the heck I'm doing. And I've tried reading the manual, but maybe it's my PS4 that didn't come with the manual that was like that. Like I came with a menu or a manual, but it didn't talk about all the different like screens or menus. It just talked about what the menus actually like do and what the specific items are and what they do. So yeah, those are two downsides of the PS4. The games themselves. Now this doesn't have to do with the console, but we're not just comparing the console. We're comparing how well of a console. I don't know. I guess it's kind of clickbaity, the title. Okay, so I thought about it while I was in the bathroom. I'm sorry if you were eating and you get really easily disgusted. Um, I'm talking about if it's worth it to buy a PS3, or you should just definitely go with the PS4, which is exactly why I said PS3 versus PS4 kind of, but I said PS3 versus PS4 not. Is PS3 worth it in 2018? Because I want to compare these two consoles as well. Because I have a lot of good memories on the PS3. PS3 was my childhood. Kind of. I mean, the dirt outside in my yard was my childhood. Like my childhood. And then I got into the genre of gaming. I was like, yay! Because it's gaming. But, yeah, the PS3 had the games. The games. You don't know how many times a day I'd switch out discs. Just to play a little bit of every game. I'd play at least an hour. Okay, at least half an hour of every single game that I had on the PS3 that I hadn't already completed, or that was something like Call of Duty where you could level up. And I still kind of do that today, but I don't do it as often because of the virginity of Fortnite and Black Ops 4. So I play that much less games on my PS3 because I want to get those two games in. Not because I'm a virgin, but because, well, I mean, I'm 13, of course. I'm just exposing myself here. Whoa, why don't you just, make an exposed video on me? Like, hey, you just exposed himself inside of his video. He doesn't deserve subscribers. But, yeah. But the games on the PS4 now, I'm not saying that they're bad, but they're kind of getting worse. Because it seems like all the only people that play that play video games now are just a bunch of 9-year-olds. I could argue like, well, I mean, you're 13, but I'm legally classified as a teenager, so I'm not technically. Well, I'm actually not a child because I'm going through puberty. Because puberty just hit me, so yeah, I'm not a child. So I think like I'm not saying that. Okay, I'm going way too into detail with this, but I guess it's also not really the console's fault. It's just the kids that play it. It's like, wow, that's there's more 9-year-olds that play it than actual like 15-year-olds that should be playing it. But I mean, yeah, it's kind of just like ruining it. And the loading time is just insane. Like, how do you go from loading in 3 minutes to loading in half of an hour? Like, it could be the littlest console update. Be like, oh yeah, you get slightly better graphics than you did before, just by that little bit. Like the when you look closely at it, it becomes slightly more detailed than the last. And it take like 2 whole hours. Like it took me 6 hours to download Fortnite and 9 hours to download Black Ops 4. So I didn't even get to play Black Ops 4 the first day that I got it, which sucks. Which meant that I was stuck playing Fortnite the entire day. And not only that, my account had to shift from my PS3 to my PS4. Which that took another 3 to 4 hours. So I was stuck on my phone the entire day of Christmas. Because I had to wait till like 4 o'clock in the afternoon to actually be able to play with my Christmas presents. Well, except for some of them. But a lot of them were clothes. And just like candy and stuff that I couldn't immediately deal with. Which sucks. But that's not the point of this video. The point of the video is... Well, actually, no, that kind of does explain it. So, if you're going for good games and things that you will spend a lot of time on and enjoy, then go for the PS3. And also, if you do like doing quick matches, then PS3 is good for you. So, like, if you're a casual gamer, then go for the PS3. If you're a hardcore gamer and you have a lot of time on your hands, go for the PS4. Or if you have, like, really good internet. But, overall, I'd say the PS3 is better. Although PS4 does have incredible graphics, the scenery is great, and the FPS is insane. Just the loading time really kills it, because it's like I can't enjoy it for as long as I usually would, because then I have to stay up all night. Unless I make it load throughout the entire night, but then the PS4 can just get overheated, or, like, just completely, like, stop being as good as it used to be. So it kind of just depends on your preference, but if you want to experience the entirety, I'd say just buy both. Although that is extremely expensive. I do have both, and it's quite enjoyable because I can play past generations and modern generations all in a single day. And that's great because there's more variety to me. Because I get to play my childhood and the future of other people's childhoods, including my own. So, basically, just PS3 is better. Alright? PS3 is more fun. PS3 is more interactive. PS3 is more simple. Or, well, I wouldn't say more simple, but it's less, like, it's less complicated in a way. Now that makes me sound lazy, but it's kind of true, I guess. So I hope you guys enjoyed this little video that I did. I'm sorry that it was extremely, extremely long. This is not how long I intended this to be. I was gonna split this into 3 parts, and I was like, nah, I'm not really be uploading that often. I have to upload more. Hopefully you guys don't think that I'm dead, but normally I go into yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like. I already said it during the beginning, didn't I? I think that was the previous recording. I don't know. Just make sure you leave a like. If you have some other 30 opinion, leave a comment. And if you want to see more, make sure to subscribe. Also, I'll be doing a gaming video later today, probably. So, yeah. See you in the next video. Goodbye.